welcome back to the channel. Before we get into today's vlog, I wanted to share a very exciting giveaway that I'm hosting over on my Instagram with my friends at Salam Gallery. I always get questions about this gorgeous Islamic wall art piece. It says Bismillah, and I've had this for about like 3 years now, and it's seriously like my favorite decor item in my house. And they reached out wanting to do a Ramadan giveaway for the Aysha Harun fam, and I'm so excited. We're gonna be doing another giveaway. The last one we did was like in 2020, and so many of you guys are so excited about it. So this time we have 9 winners. There's gonna be 1 grand prize winner who is getting the exact same Bismillah beginnings steel Islamic wall art as me. And then also this Alhamdulillah sign over here that is also made out of metal. 3 winners will be getting the brass version of that, or sorry, the gold version, the exact same one I have. Salam Gallery actually has jewelry now, so 5 winners will also be getting mystery jewelry boxes. And this is a variation of what they could look like. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see, but if you want to see better photos, you can head over to my Instagram. All you have to do to enter is to follow Salam Gallery as well as myself on Instagram. You have to comment down below on that photo and then tag a friend that you love. And yeah, the giveaway is open to the US and Canada, so I'm so excited. You guys run over to my Instagram to enter. By the time I post this video and everything is live on my Instagram, you have exactly 1 week to enter, and then all of the winners will be chosen and messaged and announced shortly after. This is my Ramadan / Eid gift to you guys, so head over to my Instagram to enter. Someone just DM'd me and told me I reached 500K. I can't believe I missed it. See, I can see that I'm at 499 over here. I'm gonna refresh it. Oh my god! I reached 500,000! I'm like getting emotional. That's so wild. Welcome back to the Ramadan Daily, everyone. I believe my intro mentioned the giveaway, so be sure you head over to my Instagram for all of those details. But today I'm actually filming on the exact same day that I'm posting this video, which I very rarely ever do, but happy Wednesday. The reason why I'm filming today is because we officially hit 500,000 subscribers, 500,000 subscribers, and I just feel like it wouldn't be fair of me to like A, not post a video this day, and B, like just not reference this, because the next vlog you see will be something that happened like yesterday or the day before. So I'm just like super excited about hitting 500,000. If you guys remember last Ramadan, that was actually my goal, because we were at around like 470, 460 thousand subscribers, and we didn't hit it, and it was a little bit disappointing. And then throughout the year I was just like not super consistent on YouTube, so obviously it just made sense. But like the fact that we hit 500K today, like a subscriber actually DM'd me on Instagram, and that's how I found out. Like I hadn't even seen myself, which is crazy, but this is just such an insane milestone for me. I started my channel when I was 16 years old back in 2011. It's coming on 12 years now, or 13. Someone do the math. Anyways, this video is gonna be a little chatty get ready with me. I have like all of my makeup that I brought from the bathroom because that's where I usually do my makeup. I just have it all over here in this cute little, actually redid, let me just show you guys real quick. I redid the little makeup case thing. Or I didn't redo it, I reorganized it, and Risky put it all together for me with this new one, and it's so much better because now I have space to actually put everything, because before things were like toppling over on itself. But anyways, this video is going to be a very chatty one, because I figure what better else than to do a chatty get ready with me. This was like the bread and butter of my YouTube channel back in the day, and if you guys remember, in Toronto I used to do these all the time, and honestly I miss them. I feel like I need to bring them back. Let me know if you guys agree. I just feel like it's a great opportunity for us to like catch up and chit chat and whatnot. So anyways, that's what we're gonna do today. If you guys still haven't subscribed, then please make sure you do. Honestly, you know, when starting this YouTube channel, I never like thought that I would ever hit any type of milestone. I kind of just started because I was young, I was watching YouTube, and there wasn't really anyone on YouTube that looks like me. Back in the day, I mean, now there's so many beautiful Black Muslim women in beauty, but back then, guys, there was literally no one. There was no one doing that, and it just became this like safe space for me, and I just got to connect with so many amazing women around the world, and obviously that's how kind of like my channel grew. And I just truthfully never thought that like Black Muslim women would be able to hit huge milestones like this. I remember when I first signed on with my management back in 2018, I was on a phone call with them and they were asking like a bunch of different questions, but one of the questions was like, so what are your like milestone goals? Like what would be like your ultimate, like I have now reached success, like I'm good. They were like, okay, 1 million, 2 million. I was just like, let's be real, because I was talking to 2 white girls. I was like, let's be real, I am a Black Muslim woman. It's already hard enough for Black women to succeed in, you know, online industries, influencers, all of that. At least it was back then. Now it's a little bit better. But in terms of like Black Muslim women, it's even harder because you're just kind of like, I don't know, put in a box. Like people just assume that you're only speaking to like one category of people, and that's not true. So my goal, I guess, back at the time was 500K. I was like, if I somehow was able to reach 500,000 subscribers, that would be it for me. Like I will have accomplished my goal. Like, and for us, you know, 5 years later after that conversation, for us to now be at 500,000 is just, it's very special to me, and it means a lot. And I don't want to get sappy in this, but I just want you guys to understand like how much I appreciate you guys. Like it's just so crazy to think how many things I have been able to cross off my bucket list and accomplish, you know, with the support of you guys over the last couple years. And like I will just forever be so grateful. Like you guys are truly my online community. I love reading your guys' comments and everything, and like, you know, it just, I don't know, I feel like we truly have like one of the best communities. I always get comments from like my friends and family, I guess, that like read through the comments and they're like, your supporters are like so, like they are like riders for you. Like it is just so beautiful to see, and I totally agree. Like I mean, obviously there's bad eggs everywhere, and I do get, you know, some negative comments here and there, but the positive definitely just outweighs the negative, and it's just, it's so amazing. I just feel like I have like 500,000 besties online, and it's lovely. By the way, today is day 7 of fasting. Yeah, because we started last Thursday, so today is day 7, which is wild. We already finished 1 week of Ramadan, alhamdulillah. Things have been going well. I've been working out about 3 to 4 times a week. I haven't gone this week because I have kind of like a blister situation on my hand right now, and it's really painful. So I'm just gonna take a couple days off until it heals a little bit, because I'm not able to like even make a fist really and like pick up weights. So I just don't want it to like get infected and stuff. Plus like at 45 sometimes grosses me out, because like there is just, you'll walk in there and just smell so much sweat and nastiness from like people's workouts, and now you're like laying and like touching the exact same things. It literally makes me want to gag sometimes. The other day actually I had Risky and her sister over for an iftar, and it was so beautiful. So that's the vlog you guys are gonna see tomorrow, hopefully. By the way, I'm using this new concealer. I'm gonna do just like a very natural, like, yeah, very natural look today. This is the Bye Bye Dark Spots by It Cosmetics. It's really cool. Like it has this little kabuki over here, which honestly I don't use all the time, but like if I just had this in my purse or something and I needed to quickly spot conceal, like I feel like it's so perfect. And the reason why I like it is it actually has like skincare benefits. So this will help brighten up your dark spots and your under eye bags. So if you have like super dark circles and you like to wear makeup, I feel like it just makes sense to purchase this so you can continue to correct the actual skincare concern as you're wearing this throughout the day, you know? But yeah, anyways, going back to just like YouTube and just how this journey has been. Obviously you guys have been through it with me. Your girl has been through it, and it's just crazy that like my entire like teenagehood and adulthood is just documented online. Like it's creepy in a sense, but it's also beautiful because you guys have literally seen so many moments of my life, and I absolutely love that. But the coolest thing is I get to now relive all of those moments. Like inshallah one day when I have kids and they get older, like they're gonna be able to watch their mom grow up. Like how crazy, like if I was able to see videos and photos of my mother from like 16 years old to like almost 30, that would just be so cool. Because sharing the Ramadan dailies with you guys, like this is the 6th Ramadan daily in a row, and like literally for 6 years now I can look back and see exactly what I was doing every Ramadan, and like that is just so special. And I do actually watch my old vlogs sometimes, which may sound a little sad, but I just love it, especially the Ramadans that I got to spend like with family and friends and stuff. Like it's just so special to look back on. I did this makeup look yesterday and I just used a little bit of concealer wherever I needed it, just to like brighten up my dark spots and like my under eyes, and my makeup looked so good. Like even my husband commented on it. He's like, wow, like your makeup looks really good. Let me take some photos of you. So Ramadan being married has honestly been really, really special for us. This is our first Ramadan together. We actually were together last year, but we didn't spend Ramadan together, obviously, because we weren't married. And then I went to Toronto and all of that. So it feels really special doing Ramadan together this year. And it's just, I don't know, it's so much fun. Like I love, you guys know I love cooking for people. And like last year I would cook here and there, and like obviously I hosted, but you know, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit sad doing Ramadan. That was like my first Ramadan, or sorry, was it my first? No, it was my second Ramadan alone, I think. Hold on, my years are like joining together. But it just feels so much more special when like I love cooking and I love getting people's reaction to my food. Does that sound conceited? I don't know. But like obviously I used to do that in Toronto, so like cooking for my husband now just feels so nice. And yeah, it's lovely. And like he cleans, because I absolutely hate cleaning so much. I know my parents are watching this like cringing, but I would rather cook every single meal for us for the rest of my life than ever do dishes. That's truly, like, I just hate doing dishes, and I'm happy to say I haven't done dishes in a very long time. I think I like showed myself doing dishes in like getting, like when I was prepping for Ramadan, and someone was like, where's your husband? Like, why isn't he helping? And I was laughing because I was like, y'all, I literally just did dishes for the sake of the video. Otherwise, I never touch anything, and like, it's so nice. I also have gotten some kind of, honestly, in my opinion, strange comments of people like that felt some type of way that I hadn't shared, that I was like engaged or getting married soon and everything with like YouTube. And I think like in the past I just like, and I mentioned this in kind of like my reveal YouTube video or whatever, I really struggled with boundaries growing up. And I just feel like now that I'm like placing boundaries, people feel like it's disrespect. I saw Jackie Aina actually repost something recently where it's like, people mistake your setting boundaries for disrespect or something, but that's like a them problem. And like, I really wanted to repost that because I just feel like that's so true. Like, you know, even in my experience, when other people have set boundaries, sometimes you can take it personally, but you just kind of have to realize like, it's really not that deep. It's really not that personal sometimes. And if someone is setting a boundary with you, like you just kind of have to accept that and respect it. And if you don't want to do that, like just exit yourself out of that situation, you know, unsubscribe, unfollow, you know, just give yourself peace if that's if that's really that big of an issue for you, you know. And just like in terms of sharing moments with my husband and stuff, I still, like I said, don't really know what the balance is gonna be. He actually loves being on camera, so sometimes I'm like changing the angle so he's not in my content all the time. I'm just trying to figure out like what feels most natural to me, because for the past 2 years I've been living this like hyper independent life and everything has been about me, and now like it's not, you know. And like getting used to that again is different. It really is. And I think like I'm more ready for it this time. I asked you guys some questions actually on Instagram, so I'm gonna quickly just open those and see what y'all are saying. Someone asked okay, a lot of these questions are obviously marriage related, so I guess I'll just answer a few. But someone said, is nikah the same as engagement or marriage? So I totally understand the confusion with this, especially for, I mean, even Muslim followers, sometimes it's confusing. But nikah is the exact same thing as a marriage in Islam. It doesn't translate to like civil marriage. Like, you know, you still have to do your civil marriage and like sign documents and all of that, but nikah, like Islamically, that is your husband, and your husband, you are your wife to them. You are you. Y'all know what I mean. Someone said, how do you love your love life so far? Honestly, it has been amazing. It has been peaceful. It has been lovely. We both have our own, you know, passions in life, and okay, why can't I open anything today? What the heck is going on? We're just having a great time. Like, it literally just feels like we're besties, and we go to the fashion district together. We do fun dates around the city, and it's just been lovely. I'm really excited actually for him. We're going to Toronto in a couple weeks, and I'm really excited for him to just kind of like meet my extended family and friends and all of that. And yeah, I feel like it's gonna feel, not that it doesn't feel real right now, but like him meeting my family, like extended family members, is gonna be so special. Obviously he's already met like my parents and my brother and all of that, and my cousins and stuff, but I have so much family, y'all. We were actually, so someone asked about weddings. We're still kind of like discussing it all, but he was just kind of like, so you have like about 10 cousins or something, right, in Toronto? And I just start like hysterically laughing because we're trying to figure out guest list, and he doesn't really understand why I'm like freaking out about the wedding, because I just have so much family. And he's like, oh, the family doesn't have to come, just immediate family. And I was like, honey, let me tell you something about these East African families. Okay, these African families in general, we have hella family. He has like 2 or 3 cousins, maybe 5 tops. And I was like, yeah, I do not have 10 cousins. I have 10 cousins in Toronto alone, 10 first cousins in Toronto alone. And the rest of them are all over the world. And it was just like, he was floored. Like, it was just so funny. So it's gonna be really interesting for him to meet all my cousins and extended family and stuff. Like, I feel like it's gonna be extremely overwhelming, but like hopefully in a good way. Someone asked, how long did it take me to get to 500,000 subscribers? So I did mention this, but I started my channel when I was 16 years old, back in 2011. And I feel like at that point I wasn't posting super consistently. I was probably posting like every couple months or so. Sometimes I'd go through spurts of like posting every day. But I would say like after the 2-year mark, that's when I kind of that's when I started taking things a little bit more seriously. Maybe even after the 1-year mark. Like, I started posting videos a lot more consistently. I remember I had this series in high school called like my fashion diaries, and I think once a week I would show my outfits to some like atrocious music. And it would just be like a compilation video. And that's kind of how I got my start. And then I didn't actually go full-time with anything until I was in my, not in my last semester, when I graduated university. So that was in 2017. 6 years ago is when I officially decided like I am going to take this full-time, I'm going to take it seriously. And that's when I started like posting a lot more consistently as well. I feel like the most consistent I had ever been was like when I was in my 4th year of college or university. And I was posting like 3 days a week while in school. And I also had a part-time job, which is just crazy because I'm like, how the hell did I... Well, I know how I managed it. I would skip a lot of classes, which is like, I would not recommend that. But, you know, it worked out in the end for me. Sorry parents if you're watching this. Yes, I did skip a lot of classes to film videos and like edit videos and stuff. But I just made it work because I loved it. I had like such a passion for it. And like, I knew that when I graduated, I would need to have some sort of like consistent base of like subscribers and stuff so that I could get brand deals and like really take this thing full time and like treat it like a business. And that's kind of exactly what I did. And like the first year, honestly, I didn't really make that much money. I think I barely hit like minimum wage, like salary by the end of the year. But I was living at home, and I just, you know, I obviously had the time and space too, and my parents saw like how big of a passion it was for me, so they let me continue it. But yeah, 11, 12, 13 years, definitely it took a while. It was a lot of patience. But just to give you guys an idea, I hit my first 100,000 subscribers in June of 2017. So it's been 6 years since then, and now I'm at 500,000. So I feel like YouTube is honestly like a slow climb. Some people, I feel like back in the day, were able to climb really quickly, and maybe now with shorts, like I feel like people are getting subscribers really quickly. But to build like a super loyal fan base on YouTube is a lot harder than like doing that on Instagram or doing that on TikTok. Like, I grew my TikTok within 1 year to like over 300,000. We're gonna hit like probably 500,000 on there this year too. I mean, if it doesn't get banned. that's if it doesn't get banned. But YouTube is just one of those where you really have to like put in the time and energy, and I feel like that's why so many people end up quitting, because they want fast success. And it's like, sometimes, what's it called, like the slowpoke, what's that turtle thing? There's a quote in there somewhere about like a turtle. The slow and steady wins the race. There we go. There we go. Man, that was a fail. If you're wondering what bronzer I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. I just like pulled this out of my arsenal like a couple weeks, maybe about a month ago. And I don't know why I ever stopped using it, because it's actually like a really, really pretty bronzer. Someone asked, is my husband from Ethiopia? Just curious. No, my husband is not from Ethiopia. He's African American. Someone asked, what do I use for editing my YouTube videos? And I use Final Cut Pro for the most part. I do have an editor that I've been working with for like 5 years now, almost 6 years. Her name's Ashley, or Is This Thing On Studios, if you want to like find her. She is amazing, and like we just like, she gets exactly my editing style and everything, and she does like, she really helps with my Ramadan daily videos. I do edit my videos here and there, especially on like days like today where I want to film and edit and upload on the same day. Then I will do it myself, but otherwise Ashley does like majority of my videos, and she is so talented, and I just like, I love her production value that she is able to like bring to my channel. So it is like obviously another cost. I don't always end up like even breaking even with my YouTube videos, unless I'm like super posting consistently. But for me, it's like one of those things that I would rather just pay for and get the best quality for you guys, than like, you know, if I was editing videos on my own, I probably would post like once a month, if that. But yeah, we both, I believe she also uses Final Cut Pro. Someone said, do you plan on staying in the US, or will you and your husband travel and live outside the US? We actually have talked about this. We would love to live in an Islamic country, at least for like a year, or even like 6 months, even if it's short term. We don't know where that would be, but I mean, inshallah, if we're able to, that would honestly be a dream for both of us. Ideally, it would be before kids. But like, even if we did have kids, like he mentioned too, it'd be really nice for them to just like grow up in a community of Muslims, because, you know, I feel like so often growing up in the West, like you're kind of like ridiculed for like your beliefs and being different and stuff. And he's like, I would just want them to like feel the love of Islam, like in an Islamic country. So if we're able to do that somehow, that would honestly be the dream. When that is, we have no idea. But will we be having a wedding ceremony? I feel like I answered this on a live. I would love to, just because I feel like it would be so special to show like our culture. But I don't know, I just like, I get overwhelmed with the thought of wedding planning, and it hasn't even begun. So I don't know, I'm kind of, I don't know, I honestly don't know. Even just like, you know, it's so expensive to have a wedding nowadays. You can't just like throw a wedding together for like 10K if you have over 100 guests, you know, like it's just, it's so expensive. And like my immediate family alone wouldn't even cover 100 people. So I'm just like, I need a freaking convention center to house all the Haruns. Like, it's just crazy. Someone asked, what advice would you give to someone who's trying to build their Instagram? I feel like I can actually answer this, because I feel like not a lot of people know this, but I really wasn't on Instagram like that. Like, I only had a personal account for the longest time, and when I decided to go full-time with YouTube, that's when I decided to build out my Instagram a little bit more. So basically what I just started doing was just posting more. I mean, like, it seems like redundant, but honestly, especially with Instagram nowadays, or TikTok, I can apply this to that too. Like, being overly consistent is rewardable on there, which is like really annoying, because it's not something I would even recommend. Like, I just feel like these platforms now are like rewarding people that just burn themselves out completely. Like if you're posting multiple times a day, for example on TikTok, like then your platform and your audience will continue to grow. But if you're only posting like once a week or something like that, which is obviously more manageable for most people, especially if they have side jobs and stuff, you're not rewarded for that. So unfortunately, like just posting as much as you possibly can is super important. Using trending sounds. I also feel like following people that like you're interested in or that inspire you, and like commenting under their photos, and not being annoying with it though, but just like being consistent with it. Like then other people are like seeing your comments and click on your profiles and stuff like that. But yeah, just posting like really good content. It doesn't have to be super high quality. You can do everything on your iPhone. I always get questions about what I film like my stories and my Instagram reels and TikToks on. I film it all on iPhone. And you can do that as well and just like make content. Okay, the content that you like to digest, that you find inspiring, that's the type of content that you need to make, because obviously that's what you're interested in watching, and that's what other people will be interested in watching as well. Keeping up with trends too. Obviously it's Ramadan now, so you know, posting content that has to do with tentpole events like Ramadan or Eid, if you're a Muslim creator at least, summer, spring fashion, you know, different things like that. Just like follow the trends, and that's when I think people will gravitate towards your content. I think when I graduated university, I had about 7 or 8,000 followers on Instagram, and I was able to grow it to 100K by the end of that year. So it was just by posting consistently, honestly. I have been obsessed with this Omicole blush, and I just need to talk about it on YouTube because I've talked about it on every other platform. So bomb. You guys know I've been using Omicole forever now, and it's just so good. So I'm gonna use the shade. What shade do I want today? This is the shade Spice. It's super pretty. Someone literally just said, sit down with your husband, please. Someone said, what is the most valuable lesson you learned during your season alone that is now helping you in marriage? That is a beautifully thought out question, I just have to say. Really being comfortable with the idea of being alone. People generally are not comfortable with themselves and comfortable enough to be alone and be okay with being alone. I told myself after my divorce that like I would be totally fine like not even getting into a relationship. Like obviously I wanted to like get remarried and stuff, inshallah, if that was like in my cards, but I didn't make it a priority. What I made a priority was myself. You know, I traveled, I had fun, I met new people, like I was able to just like fully invest in myself and just like have a good time. Stop taking life so seriously. And a verse that really helped is فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا, which is verily with hardship comes ease. And I guess just like in that season of being alone, I always would, you know, repeat that to me. That's why I have that above my bed right now, that beautiful art piece that my friend made for me, because you know, we're promised peace, we're promised ease through like any hardship. And if your Lord is promising you that, like why wouldn't you allow yourself that peace? Why wouldn't you allow yourself to get there? So I think that's kind of what really helped me, and I just like was able to live in the moment and enjoy life and not stress about like finding a partner. I actually didn't want to get remarried until I was like at least 29 or 30. I'm 27 right now. That was kind of like what I told myself because I just wanted to like enjoy life, but obviously that was not in my cards. Alhamdulillah for how it all worked out now. But I was genuinely just like so happy. I was living in this beautiful space that was like my dream apartment, and even my last place I absolutely loved, and I was just traveling and I was just having fun, and I got to spend more time with my family and just like more time with myself and knowing what I loved. I feel like, you know, before that season I really lost myself in that relationship. I didn't really have my own like identity anymore. I feel like my identity was being married, and now I feel like that's not the case. You know, it's an addition to my life, and I'm really thankful for that. So hopefully that answered your question. Someone asked to talk about how social media has affected my mental health. I've gotten to the point with social media where it no longer affects my mental health in a way that like I feel like I'm changing things about my life, you know, to fit in or I don't know, just like please people that don't even like me, you know? Like they're literal haters that are commenting about certain things about my life. And I think the best way is to really just drown out the negativity. Stop reading negative things about yourself. Stop focusing on those things. Focus on the positive comments. I think also just like having friends outside of social media that can just really ground you is so important. I feel like sometimes you can kind of get wrapped into, you know, wanting to be friends with certain people because they're also social media creators, and maybe, you know, you guys can relate now, but I feel like sometimes it can keep you so disconnected from reality. Like just having regular ask people that have regular ask jobs is so important to ground you. But I have to say, in general, I feel like social media never really affected my mental health that much because I've always been a very grounded person. I've always had people around me that have kept me grounded, whether that be family, friends. So yeah, alhamdulillah for that. How do you keep up with everything like content creating and your at-home lifestyle? So I have a team. I have an amazing team, and I have to always shout them out because I genuinely would not be able to do half of the stuff that I do if I didn't have that support. So I have a management team that handles all of my business inquiries when it comes to branded content, partnerships, events, stuff like that. I also have an editing team, Ashley, who edits all my videos, or majority of my videos. And then I have an amazing full-time assistant, Risky, which you guys are very familiar with, has been in many of my videos. And she's here right now actually working on some things for me. So while I'm able to film this YouTube video and hang out with you guys, you know, we still have other things that are getting done as well. And honestly, that is the key to a balanced lifestyle. Knowing when you need help, knowing when to reach out for help, and finding good help. You know, not everyone is going to have your best interest at heart. And I think it's totally okay to like play with different vibes and kind of see what works best for you. But that's how I'm able to handle everything. Otherwise, I 100% can tell you I would not be able to handle everything on my own. But yeah, for those of you wondering, Risky is usually here like Monday to Friday, working on helping me with content, piecing together content, helping with decks and partnership inquiries and stuff. Ugh, I need to get some new pampas grass because this thing like literally flies all over the place. And she does a whole bunch of other things for me that I am like extremely grateful for. And like I said, I wouldn't be able to do half of the stuff I do without my amazing team. Someone said, can you please share the best products for hyperpigmentation? I will give you a general idea. Vitamin C is what you need. Vitamin C will really help. Excuse me. Yes, vitamin C will really help with hyperpigmentation. That's kind of like the main thing that I use. I feel like before I used a lot of like acids, like glycolic acid, lactic acid. I still use lactic acid about 3 times a week. That really helps with like the texture and like, I guess, yeah, retexturizing your skin, allowing like new skin to form. So while that like takes away dead skin cells and stuff that can like look like hyperpigmentation, the vitamin C is actually going into your skin and helping target the actual issue. So I'd say like 3 to 4 times a week I use either lactic acid or retinol, and in the morning every single day without failure I use a vitamin C. And my favorite one is the Herbivore Nova vitamin C. It's a 15% vitamin C. It also has turmeric, which is really good at brightening your skin. It's like a natural ingredient. Obviously, I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with that. But yeah, I feel like my hyperpigmentation has like pretty much gone away. If you look at like my earlier videos, like it was pretty intense. Like I had pretty intense hyperpigmentation, and now it's like completely clear. So I'm very happy and blessed about that. Let's do my lips. I'm gonna be doing my lashes off camera because I want to compare. I posted a video yesterday reviewing the Kylash mascara by Kylie Jenner, and that video is getting so much hate because people think I'm lying and that I'm just a Kylie hater, which I'm not. I actually have used her products a lot. I always use her eyeshadow palette. And then I followed that review with a Fenty Beauty mascara, and I gave it a glowing review because it's amazing. And people think I'm lying, so I'm gonna film another TikTok comparing these two so I can shut them up, basically. Someone asked if I had any fears in getting married again. Fears that like may have been built from my past failed marriage. And honestly, I would say for the most part, no, I didn't. I'm like very thankful that I wasn't left completely jaded from my last experience, although it was very tough. I still had hope in love. I've always been a hopeless romantic, and it's not like one bad experience is gonna ruin something for the rest of my life. I never once had that like idea or ideology. I feel like it's natural to feel nervous about, you know, well, what if for whatever reason this doesn't work out? Like, do I have to go through heartbreak again? But I feel like that's a lesson in life. Like, heartbreak is just a part of life, and it doesn't mean that like it's going to continue happening to you. And regardless of whatever happens in your life, you have to understand that like if God wills for that to happen to you, like it will happen, whether you try to prevent it as much as you can. And yeah, so I think like aside from that like slight fear of like, well, what happens, like, you know, I don't want to feel heartbroken again, other than that I didn't really have any reservations, alhamdulillah. And I think just like when you have ultimate trust in Allah and in what God has willed for you, life just becomes a lot lighter. Okay, I'm gonna go film that mascara video and I will be right back. So I reviewed the new Kailash mascara, and honestly, it wasn't a favorite. I didn't say that it was bad, but I personally didn't think it performed as well as my other mascaras usually perform. Anyways, to show you guys that I wasn't biased, I'm gonna be comparing the Kailash mascara to the Fenty Beauty mascara that I actually ended up loving. Anyways, there we have it. We have the Kailash mascara on this side, hella flakes, literally ruined my under eyes, and the Fenty Beauty mascara. I just feel like it looks way better. And I still stand behind the fact that it's not my favorite mascara. It's not the worst mascara I've ever tried, but I probably won't be reaching for it. Okay, TikTok is complete. This is what the mascaras look like in case you guys are curious too. This one is the Kailash mascara and this one is the Fenty Beauty, which I personally like a lot more. Someone said, this is kind of funny, why were you Aysha Abdul and now Aysha Harun, respectfully please? So Aysha Abdul was actually like my first YouTube name, I guess. It was kind of around the time where like people weren't really using their last names, and I just thought Aysha Abdul sounded cooler because my middle name is Abdullahi, which is my father's name. So Aysha Abdul just made sense. And then it got to the point where like my personal Instagram was Aysha Harun, my Twitter was Aysha Harun, my Facebook, well, no, I didn't really use Facebook pages at that point, but anyways, everything was Aysha Harun, and then my YouTube channel was Aysha Abdul, and my management was just kind of like, you gotta pick one, so I decided just to change everything to my real, full first and last name, Aysha Harun. And yeah, my name has always been Aysha Harun. Aysha Abdul was just kind of like a stage name, if you will. Someone said, can you recommend a skincare regimen using affordable products? Ramadan Mubarak. I would definitely recommend you check out Sephora collection products. They're all pretty inexpensive. I think they're all under $20. They're clean beauty, really good ingredients, and they actually work. The great thing about Sephora collection is I have a lot of intel on like all of the higher end brands that Sephora carries. So like whatever they come out with, I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but like it's pretty on par with the other products. So I'm definitely gonna have to do like a whole video on like welcoming love again and like how we met and like all of that stuff, because I'm getting so many. This video would be so long though, so inshallah in the future when I'm ready for that conversation. What camera do you use and how's the editing process for your videos? So it depends on what I'm filming, but I usually use my Canon EOS M50, I believe it's called, and then the lens that I use is the Canon 55mm. And then sometimes when I'm taking videos and I want a more blurry background, I'll use the Sigma, I believe it's 18 to 35mm lens, or maybe that's this one. I think it's all in my description, honestly. I think I listed like everything that I use there. Do you think you guys will settle down and buy another house or buy a house in LA or in another state? Honestly, the more we think about it, I feel like we don't know where else we'd be happy outside of LA. Like, which sounds dramatic, but like LA literally has everything. It has the weather, it has the beach, it has the lifestyle, like the fashion, the content creation stuff, hiking. Like I feel like there's just so much more to do here, and like raising a family here would be so much more fun for the children and like us as parents too, because we could do much more. Obviously we could move to somewhere where like it's cheaper, like Atlanta or Texas or something like that, but I just feel like the lifestyle there would just be not what like we love, you know? So we'll probably end up staying here, to be honest, even though it's very expensive. I think I'm gonna end it off with this. Someone said, how have you adjusted to your growth in the industry? That's a really good question. That's like I'm finding hard to answer now. I feel like the growth has been very slow, and I'm very thankful for that. As I mentioned, I started my channel 12 years ago now. Didn't go full time with it for like, yeah, 6 years ago. And I think since then it's been a nice slow burn to growth and success, which I personally am very thankful for. I feel like a lot of people, you know, especially with TikTok, like have just risen to fame so quickly, and it can be really detrimental to your mental health, your physical health, just everything. And I'm very thankful that I was able to grow with my audience and grow with my success, because I feel like everything happened when it was supposed to, and everything happened when I was ready to accept it. I feel like if I was young and I had all of this, I wouldn't be capable of like accepting all of that growth. I feel like it would have been extremely overwhelming. You know, having a team and managing employees and like editing and like all of this, it just would have been so overwhelming. And I'm just thankful that like Allah willed it for it to happen when it did. And you know, alhamdulillah, I'm very thankful for all of the growth that I've been able to receive, and like hitting 500,000 subscribers, and like inshallah hitting 500,000 on TikTok this year, and like my Instagram growing and everything like that, and being able to build a team and like do things outside of YouTube, start passion projects that I'm like so excited for. It's just such a beautiful thing, and I'm like so thankful for my amazing community online every single day, and you guys just allow me to genuinely just do what I love to do every single day, and that's just like such a big blessing in and of itself. So thank you guys. I'm gonna end the video here, but be sure to enter the giveaway over on my Instagram, and yeah, I'm so excited for this exciting new chapter in general, just new beginnings in general. I love it so much. But if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. I know it was super long, but we do tend to love long videos here, as I am told in the comments, so thank you guys. Again, please make sure you donate using the link in my description box to food assistance for Palestinian refugees in Gaza, in Syria, and in Lebanon. $60 donation will be able to feed an entire family for a month, which is so special, and I'm raising that with UNRWA. So definitely check that link below, donate whatever you can, and may Allah reward you for your efforts, okay? Ameen. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Mwah.